Hi, let me send this to the chat so people actually decide to show the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're fucking live.
Oh my god, holy shit. So my man playing a game while we talk.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, actually, funny enough, there was an alien landing in the game.
Are you playing Fallout?
Yes.
I figured.
I'm a Fallout nerd. What do you expect, friendo?
Fallout nerd. Ooh. Fallout nerd. Let me see. I need a... There we go. There we go. Okay.
And
Someone's in.
oh boy, hello.
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 And play that. And we have this set here. And let me fix the chat so I can actually see what the fuck is going on. And there we go. Now we wait for people.
Now we play the waiting game.
You know, I probably play the Jeopardy theme song right now, but that's copyright probably, and then yeah, I'd probably get kicked off the air or sued for more than I have. But I mean, that's America.
What is copyright infringement?
That only happens in America. Hey, Lily, how are you?
Hello.
Like everywhere else, you're good to go, but only in America, copyright infringement exists.
Right. What? Watch the live stream. Oh Lord, you're gonna have so much fun with that. Oh. Oh boy.
Alright, so where the hell is my kick chat up to?
They're just existing.
They do, Lily. Spread the word.
I shared on Twitter.
Did I share the tweet? Oh yeah, if you shared it on Twitter, maybe yeah. I don't know if people even check my Twitter. I feel like they don't, but I feel like they do.
I check it. I investigate. It's Snoop. So that's just me. I don't have very many followers on my Twitter, but the ones that I do will probably see them and be like, oh, hey, that's cool. I want to investigate. I want to hear about Michigan Cryptids.
Oh, yeah, Tia's here.
Yep.
So we got people.
We've got people.
Dealing with this terrible echo of Dreamer because she's literally sitting right next to you.
Yeah.
Okay, just 2 seconds, stream. I'll be right back. I forgot to ask an important question. So yeah, what should I call you on the stream, by the way? Oh, okay, yeah.
Call me After.
Oh God. Good to go. All right, so we'll start in a minute, and hopefully some more people show up. Show up. Show up. Show up. Does this thing have a fucking dent in it? Oh God. No, I actually ended up chipping the tip off of this box cutter because 3D printer filament is actually pretty thick in layers, so.
Kill people and make filament out of them. No.
Oh God.
Are you sure you want me to live stream with you?
Yeah, I do.
Sense of humor is real. There's such a dark sense of humor. Your fans are just gonna be like, what is she even doing with her life? Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, so it has been 5 minutes, and hopefully more people will show up later. But I guess let's get started. So, hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to Cryptocast, your source for all things crypto-related, unknown, and paranormal. I'm your host Parker, and welcome back to another live stream. We are joined by Dreamer here and
Hello.
Nightbird. Hi, and we are going to be talking about the cryptids of Michigan. So all those really spooky fuckers that we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about the Dogman, the Nain Rug, Almight, all those people.
My people call your people
Well, I mean, we don't have a lot here in Missouri. We have space penguins, but that's about it.
man called space penguins. Here, what's up?
We just have space penguins.
Yo, what's up, my dudes? You doing the thing? I'm doing the thing.
All right, let's see. Let me pull up the list. All right, so what I like to ask everybody who I have on my stream, so this is what I usually like to ask them: what got you into cryptids?
Well, I've been into cryptids on and off for a while. I like reading about them. I like the mythology and researching them. And then I joined your Discord server, and it just made me enjoy it that much more.
I think you found me on Tumblr, didn't you?
Yep, I found you via Tumblr, and then my girlfriend introduced me to your Discord server, and I just found myself falling more and more in love and doing more and more research on cryptids.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a favorite?
I like Nessie. Nessie's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. Nice classic.
I like Nessie. I have an interest in that Michigan cryptid. Not really big on the Dogman, but that's just because everybody knows about the Dogman.
Everyone knows about the Dogman. It's like sort of like how everyone knows about Bigfoot. Everyone knows about the Chupacabra. Everyone knoes about Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito is a popular cryptid, if you ask me.
He's the most popular. He's the most elusive, though.
Yeah, he is.
They tried to capture him to voice Detective Pikachu, but it didn't work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Danny DeVito is a Michigan cryptid as well. I'm just saying.
He might be.
Pretty sure.
He might be. All right.
Like a cryptid from everywhere. Anyway.
All right. So, yeah, we are going to be talking about some of these Michigan cryptids, these really weird-ass motherfuckers who live in Michigan.
I'm a cryptid, no.
And some of these are cool but horrifying. And why is this page that I found, like, literally just somebody's Instagram talking about Michigan cryptids?
I have no idea. I actually have a few sources myself that I have pulled up to you in anticipation for this video.
Right.
Just so you know.
Oh, you guys have a giant squirrel.
Yeah. I vaguely know what you're talking about. Yeah, we do.
Oh, so apparently you have something called a Wahila, and the only picture that shows up for this is just like, it looks like Ozzy Osbourne.
Beautiful. He is beautiful. He is beauty. He is grace. He'll throw his nuts in your face.
Oh, God. All right, so which one would you like to talk about? Well, actually, first, have you ever seen a cryptid?
I've seen, like, shadows and birds. Cryptids on and off, or what I can assume to be cryptids, but these could always be wild animals as well. I actually live across the road from these woods, and I do believe they are haunted.
Ooh.
By what? I have no idea.
Haunted woods are great.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. Go have a field day in them.
There's what?
They're fantastic. Go have a field day in them. Shout yee yee at the top of your lungs.
Oh yeah, I need to go an investigation of like the haunted woods, but I mean it's gonna be better than Logan Paul's video. I'm not gonna film a dead body or anything. Fucking shots fired.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now I put Discord on Do Not Disturb, so I'm good to go. And
anyway.
you ate a half melted ice cream pop.
What? What are you doing, woman?
I just like how you say, "What are you doing, woman?" and then I hear like a deep man's voice from your video game.
Right.
All right, so what is your favorite cryptid in Michigan? I know you said Nessie's your favorite, but if you have to pick one in Michigan, what's your favorite?
Oh, that's difficult because there's so many that I like. I like Health Bridge. I probably like the Melon Head. We have our own Bigfoot here called Michigan Bigfoot because Michigan, we gotta be that way.
He's called what?
It's called the Michigan Bigfoot because, Michigan, we gotta be that way.
Oh, okay. At first I thought you said Mooshie, and I'm like, oh, Mooshie's cute. I want a Mooshie.
Mushy Bigfoot. Let's try it.
Then
And scream and bow down to it.
Then it does look like you guys have like your own version of like the Loch Ness Monster as well, called Pressy.
Yep, we have Pressy. We have one called Bessie, I do believe.
The Vampire Slayer?
I don't know. We have several different various water serpents and such too.
You have the Nain Rook, who's a creepy little fucker, but he's cool.
Yeah, he's pretty neat. I read up on him after you mentioned him. I'm like, oh, okay. He's cool.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. You just don't want to cross him.
Tia says you go any further east of our town and there's freaking billboards advertising Michigan Bigfoot.
Yes.
Is this because of Mountain Monsters? I swear to God, I need to finish that series and just do more exposed videos.
I'm not even joking. There is a sign that says Bigfoot shops here. You should too.
Oh my God. You need to send a picture of that to the chat when you can.
Hold on. She's on it, aren't you? She's on it. She's going to find a picture of this stupid billboard. Hold on. I got you. Babe.
Bigfoot jumped off this bridge, and you should too.
That's it. That's just the entire advertisement. That's all.
Bigfoot stole your cat, and you should too.
Bigfoot ate this ice cream pop. You should too.
Bigfoot stole candy from a small child, and you should too.
Oh my God.
Bigfoot is an escort, and you should be too.
That's Michigan.
That's Michigan. I thought that would be like more Alabama.
Right. But that's Michigan.
Is Michigan Bigfoot related? Phoenix wants to know, is Michigan Bigfoot related to Florida Man?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, let me find it.
It's just an escaped Florida man. He escaped the containment of his home state, and he's just rogue.
Right. Where is it? Oh, here's one. Download image. Alright. What? This is actually a police officer standing next to the sign. I don't... I'm gonna copy the image address. We should have.
Like every time, like speaking to police cars, like every time we see like a police car, like, and I'm in the car, I just drive by and I just jokingly say "fuck the police" because of that song. And my dad's like, "No, don't say that about them."
Rude though.
And I'm just like, and I'm like, it's a joke. It's okay. I don't literally mean like I don't hate the police. I don't want to actually fuck the police. It's just an expression from a song.
Let me send this to Tia and she will upload it in chat for me, I trust.
I got pain on me.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Don't mind me just minorly freaking out.
Alright, so which one of these fuckers do you want to talk about first?
Well, let's get the Dogman done out of the way because everybody knows about the Dogman, and I figure might as well.
It's a Dogman. That's all you need to know, guys.
He is described to have a man's body with a dog head. The first sighting was reported in 1887 in Wexford County, Michigan.
It's a furry.
Oh, go ahead.
It's a furry.
Yeah. Sightings have been reported in several locations throughout Michigan, primarily the northwestern quadrant of the Lower Peninsula.
It is, Lily. It is like a werewolf, essentially.
Yeah.
But it's an edgier werewolf. It's a very, very edgy wolf.
Yeah. The two lumberjacks saw the creature, whom they described as having a man's body and a dog's head. That's what it describes in the first sighting of it. In 1938, in Paris, Michigan, Robert Courtney was attacked by 5 old dogs and said that one walked on 2 legs. Reports of similar creatures have also come out of Allegan County in the 1950s and in Manistee and Cross Village in 1967.
You know what I love about this site that I'm reading? It says those legends have grown here in the internet age when crackpots, which is crossed out and then replaced it with enthusiasts, can easily find virtual gathering spots.
But yeah, so that's the dog man.
And he's supposed to be really aggressive. He's essentially just like covered in hair, and he's very, very violent. He's known to kill people, and he's just not a good guy. And
no, he's not your friend.
Now this kind of makes me think, because there's like this old thing kind of like back in like ancient Greek times and all that, called cynocephaly, and they're like people with the heads of dogs. They're like an ancient tribe, and Greek people had to fight them off, and they apparently were forced to live in the mountains and everything. And oh my god, that Bigfoot picture. West Branch, Bigfoot, capital of Michigan.
Yep. Enjoy that.
Oh my god. But yeah, the dog man, yeah, so like the cynocephaly, people believe that like some creatures, like it could be a cynocephaly, just like a half man, like with a dog head, and people believe that they can like shapeshift into dogs and everything. But I mean, I've never heard that about with the dog man. And yeah, I think somebody did see a group of dog men at one point.
Honestly, that makes sense, that he would be related to that group, or maybe even an heir of that group of some sort.
Fun fact, when I was researching cynocephaly one day, I found out that like one of the saints from the Bible and everything was like actually misinterpreted as a cynocephaly, because his name was, because like he was a Canaanite, and people translate that as canine, and they're like, holy shit, this saint's a dog man, but he was turned into a pure human by finding the love of Jesus.
Impulsively think, why don't we take a Bible and throw it at the dog man?
You know what?
No.
Let's try it.
Like all your squirt bottles, guys.
Fill your squirt bottles with holy water.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I mean, and the thing about the dogmen is they're pretty much stay like in their dog. They don't transform into people or anything. They just stay in their dog man form.
Yep.
They don't transform. They're just their own separate creatures, not like associated with werewolves, though people do associate them with that. But let's do now since people know what it is, we have to do an in-depth case study of it to get down really to the facts.
Let me do a crappy found footage film, and I'll let you put it on your YouTube and be like, yes,
do it.
We found him.
I do have a werewolf mask somewhere.
So do we have a werewolf mask. I'm not even lying.
Fuck, I actually know where it is. Keep the stream entertained. I'm gonna go grab it.
I don't know how to keep the stream entertained. Let's do a play-by-play of my play of Follow, guys. Wait, no, the loading screen's going. They're feral ghouls, and they're like zombies, but they're super fast and like terrifying, and you'll crap your pants. I'm actually tracking down an alien right now as we speak. I just gotta find the wreckage. So, if you hear ungodly, horrific screaming, it's just Dreamer fighting an alien. I promise I won't die. Well, I might die. I don't know. It said that the alien is in lower levels. I've been waiting for this my entire life, guys. What?
This is my persona, guys.
Oh my god, spooky. Spooky's a furry.
I can't breathe in that thing.
Spooky, you're a furry, confirmed.
That was...
Oh, I found it. I found it. The trees are on fire. Sorry, I started playing my game to keep the chat entertained.
Huh?
Sorry, I was tracking down the alien to keep the chat entertained.
You did good. I try keeping this on for the whole stream, but I can't really breathe in this.
Then don't do it and get yourself like a dog muzzle or something and just be weird. Be funky with it. It's so beautiful. Nick, what do you have to say for this? Where the hell is Nick? What?
It's just slowly sliding down on my face.
Oh no. Spooky, why?
Okay,
Why did you set me on fire, SpongeBob? No.
Alright, so who should we talk about next now that we got the dog out of the way?
You wanted to talk about the main room.
Now it's out of the way. I just grabbed my head of the dog and I'm like, now it's out of the way.
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk about the Nain Roog. I feel like a lot of people don't know that fucker.
No. He is from down in Detroit.
So he's literally looks like a red devil, like a little red devil gnome, like I don't even know. Plus, he's sponsored by NASCAR, I think, actually, because somebody's like I've heard that he's on like NASCAR and everything too.
Yeah, your biggest thing with him is respect. You gotta respect him. Otherwise, bad things could happen to you. Bad things can happen to your family.
And it said that the Nain Roog, he only shows up like during, like before like bad things happen, like before war breaks out or before like the town like gets destroyed or something. Like that's all he's shown up for in the past, and he hasn't been seen since. So people are kind of are anticipating his return. So he's kind of like an omen in that sense.
Yes, he's very much like the Mothman.
But he's a good guy. I respect this guy. And I'm not just saying that because he might kill my family if I don't, but, you know, I respect him.
Respect him. I'll murder your entire fucking family, Spooky. No.
Just all mountain monster style, just bust my door down.
So, you want solving.
Oh god, he's not Shrek. Oh yeah, and they also have a Nain Roog parade as well to unite the community against this. To unite the community against it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. I killed an alien. I was dragging around his corpse. Anyway.
Oh, good. And the parade right outside the main gates to Ford Field in Michigan, and he's a cool little dude. I like him. I appreciate him.
Yeah, he's described as very impolite.
He is.
Actually, I was reading up on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy.
And told him to beware because it was going to cost his fortune. It was going to cause his kids to not inherit any of his plans, this, that, and the other. And, well, let's just say fortune did come true.
That sounds like a Game of Thrones ending.
It does.
Even though I've never seen that before, and people tell me I need to.
Yeah.
But why did I just pour paint? I don't know.
Distracted.
I like my dad literally left just paint here for no reason, and now I have paint. And this is what I just did with it.
Well then. Now what?
That's going in the museum. That's abstract. That's going to sell more than a fucking Van Gogh piece.
Yes, do it. Do it.
Oh, you have something weird called a Mishi Peshu.
Oh, I haven't actually heard of them.
It is an underwater panther or great horned water lynx. Mishi Peshu is a Native American legend, a manifestation of an evil spirit roaming Lake Superior. It existed to protect the UP's sacred copper deposit and was blamed for sinking ships laden with metal. Yet another reason to do away with the ever pointless American penny.
Yes, I actually have heard of him. And he's an interesting one for that reason.
And there's actually cliff paintings of him as well.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. There's actually a lot of Native American legends surrounding Michigan.
Wasn't the Nain Roog, wasn't he part of like Native American folklore at one point as well, or?
I do believe so, but don't quote me on it.
He might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
And some people believe that he is a crossbreed between a mountain lion and a spiny iguana.
Yes, I find him very interesting, and we'll probably end up drawing fan art of him at some point or another.
And he's usually drawn next to, like on cave paintings and everything, he's drawn next to a large serpent-like creature. So people believe that the Mishi Peshu and Pressy were linked together somehow. I mean, same here. I mean, sea creatures usually like to, I don't know. Sea creatures are weird. I love them.
Yeah. Hold up a minute. You want to check in his features, or do you want to bring him over to me to check his features? Okay, thank you. Sorry, our rabbit just got fixed recently, so we got to keep an eye on the features.
Oh, you're good. But yeah, the Mishi Peshu, it's cool. It's weird. It's a lizard cat, and I like him, but he's cool. All right, so I know you want to talk about this one because you like it, but I'll let you talk about it then. So the Paulding Light.
Yes, the Paulding Light. Let me pull up an article in just a sec. But the Paulding Lights are a very interesting light phenomena.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much a light that it looks like it's floating, and then it kind of disappears and then comes back. And
there have been several sightings.
Factor Fake Paranormal Files actually did an investigation of this one. It was still on TV and everything, and they pretty much they got it, like they kind of replicated it, but people still believe that it's still like a genuine spirit. But Factor Fake Paranormal Files replicated as like a car going down a hill and everything, and that recreated it. But I mean, people still believe it's a spirit since it shows up like at the same time, same place, and
It's here. The Paulding Light is a light that appears in the valley outside of Paulding, Michigan. Reports of the light have appeared since the 1960s, with popular folklore providing such as explanations as ghosts, geologic activity, or swamp gas. In 2010, Sci-Fi's channel Factor Fake Paranormal Files conducted a paranormal investigation and concluded that the Paulding Light was unexplained. Michigan Tech students conducting a scientific investigation of the light in 2010 were able to see automobile headlights and taillights when viewing the light through a telescope. They recreated the effect of the light by driving a car through a Pacific stretch of U.S. Highway 45. But there's a lot of paranormal links. There's a lot of people that believe it's something paranormal. And it's a very intriguing thing. I myself have not seen the Paulding Light, but I would like to one of these days. It's just something that interests me because it's creepy and it's unexplained. And it's something mysterious. Something different. You know? I saw him losing service.
I am?
No. I was asking if my phone was losing service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's just, the polling light's a very interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
I know you put it up on your Cryptid page at one point.
Yeah, I did on my Tumblr.
Yep. See here. Actually, if I may talk about a local urban legend around here, if that's cool with you.
I'd say do it.
So, I'm not going to give away what town I'm in for safety purposes, obviously, but there's a common legend around this area, and this girl drowned in one of our local lakes with her friend on a pontoon boat. A couple fishermen found her body wrapped up in a blanket, and it was unexplained why. And they found her, and they found her friends the next morning, and it's still said that she haunts this local beach. There's been several sightings of her specifically, and there's been cries for help, and it's just really eerie. She shows up as this white figure late at night, and people have been warned actually to not go out on the lake.
Oh, wow.
At night. She's not Lake Low, but she's not dangerous. She's just like to warn people about the dangers of drowning and everything, and she's looking for help, pretty much.
Right.
She's restless, or at least in my opinion, that's what it sounds like to me, is that she's just restless.
And I do apologize if you guys saw what somebody said in the chat earlier. Just ignore that. But yeah, that sounds like an actual like cool thing. Like if she's actually warning people about it. It kind of sounds like, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the Island of the Dolls in Mexico.
Kind of.
Like where they found that girl in the ravine and everything, or yeah, in the canal.
Yeah.
Hey, Bleach, how are you?
Yeah, she's just, I feel like she's a restless spirit that's just looking for help.
Right. And just kind of like to be stuck like in the same place that like she doesn't want what happening to people happen to her.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's doing a good thing, but I mean, I do hope she moves on though.
I do too.
All right, so you do have another famous ghost. Was this on that one documentary that year?
Oh, the documentary I watched yesterday was a cold case file.
Yeah, you want to talk about that a bit?
If you want, I'm cool with it.
Go for it.
Pretty much outlines, there was this case in my hometown, actually, of these teenagers that went missing and were presumably murdered by this man. And it was just spooked me because it's in my hometown. So this guy, he died. He ended up dying in prison. They did end up catching him.
But it's still a cold case, though?
It's not a cold case anymore, I do believe.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was a cold case for a while.
It was a cold case for the longest while, and they're still not quite sure. But he found these kids, hurt them, and killed them. One was actually dumped off near a construction site.
Oh, fuck.
And what really got me, honestly, was when they were filming the area, they filmed some fields that I recognized. Some fields that I recognized. And I was just like, oh, no.
I mean, at least they caught the guy, I guess.
Yeah. He's long gone now, at least.
Yeah. And wait, how long ago did this take place in? 60s?
70, somewhere in there, I want to say. I can't remember. I just remember being so.
So, I mean,
like,
it was a while ago.
Yeah, it was quite some time ago.
Hmm.
So it doesn't make it like any less creepy, and it makes me wonder what other murders have gone down.
And you do have another famous cryptid, I think. Not a famous cryptid, it's more like a ghost in Michigan as well, called the Ada Witch.
Oh, yes.
So what's she about? What's her story?
I don't know her story specifically, but I know she's not one to run into because she could curse you.
A lot of ghost hunters get very weird feelings in Findlay Cemetery in Grand Rapids suburb of Ada, thanks to a 19th century rural legend about a cuckolded man slaying his wife, who now allegedly haunts the area. Legend has it the woman became the white-clad witch, is buried in the cemetery around which bored teenagers have gathered at night and witnessed a scene reenacting in the woods by misty apparitions, or heard the witch's screams, or being touched by invisible hands that absolutely work tree branches or ferns.
Yeah.
Of course, the real woman in that grave died of typhoid, and no credible evidence exists suggesting the murder ever took place. And surely, totally by coincidence, Ada Witch sightings peaked not long after the Blair Witch Project, a 1999 movie bearing a remarkably familiar storyline, became a box office smash. That doesn't stop people from experiencing weird feelings or insisting the area is haunted anyway. Maybe by something else, but we don't know. So, I mean, people believe that it is the witch.
I kind of believe it is the witch.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I haven't been there myself, but I mean, I kind of want to believe that as well. So,
I could take you to another cool site. Speaking of cemeteries,
huh?
there's a town near us, and there's. Oh, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm okay. It's in a town near us, and this town, and in this town there's a cemetery, and the cemetery has glowing gravestones. Right. I personally have been there, and it's a very neat phenomenon.
Is it creepy though?
It wasn't, just because it was kind of sort of a family trip.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Because we all wanted to see it. It was around Halloween, and it was just, we wanted to see these glowing gravestones for ourselves, and it was just really neat. It wasn't creepy or scary. It was just one of those things that you're like, oh, okay. So it was just something fun, I guess, if you enjoy that kind of stuff.
Right. You also have something called the Ogre of Sinay.
It's just Shrek.
It's
Don't worry about it.
The picture literally looks just like Shrek. I'm not even joking. It looks like Shrek strangling a raven.
Yeah, it's just Shrek. Don't mind him. He's cool. He's chill. Actually, there's a lot of Michigan cryptids that I have not done my research on just yet. And he happens to just be one of those.
So the Ogre of Sinay, this monster was actually a man, a UP maniac named PK Snapjaw Small, who lived in scenic Sinay during the logging boom. He'd apparently do anything for whiskey, money, bite the heads off of birds and snakes, chow down on animal, leaving sticks in his face, in the spittoon, etc. Allegedly, his nose had been bit off by the dog man.
Oh yes, him.
Yeah. You've heard of him?
Yes, I have. I did, like I said, I did some research into some of them, and some of them I did, but yes, I remember reading this article specifically and finding it very interesting.
Then you have the giant squirrel of Amble.
Yes. Squirrel.
It's just just picture the colossal titan from Attack on Titan. Well, maybe not that big, but a big squirrel that can stand over the hills, and it's just a massive monster squirrel.
Just pet him. That's all he wants. He just wants pets.
He just wants love.
He just wants affection.
He does.
Just don't want to get on your bird feeders, guys.
Oh God, no, that's horrible. And there's a link for that, Lily. So he towers over Amble's tallest hill, and its chilling chitters echo through the canyons. It's only seen at night when the locals will most likely be completely tanked, and when the sky is darkest and the moon is thin, like an almond silver, because the squirrels are super into nuts. So they believe that like the silver moon attracts the giant squirrel because it looks like a nut. That sounds like mountain monster shit, but okay. The hood ornament. They said it's supposed to be as big as a small cow to almost as big as a 72 Buick. So it's supposed to be a massive squirrel, and some say that its eyes are brown, yellow, blue, or amber, and some people say it's also green, like its eyes are green.
It just wants hugs. That's all it wants.
It does.
That's all it wants.
So I know you like this one, so I'll let you talk about this one, but the melon heads.
Yes, melon heads of Elgin County. They are originated in an insane asylum. Some people believe them to be children. They have...
Oh, fucking hell, it's reconnecting the stream crashed. Oh, there we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Fuck yeah, we're good.
But yes, those are the melon heads.
And yeah, people believe that they're just kids suffering with something called like hydroxy. I think that's what it's called. It's where the heads are kind of filled up with like they just have like massive bulbous heads.
Yeah.
And there's actually reports of melon heads that were actually up in Ohio as well. Some people believe that they were like from like a crazy mad scientist created them. Some people believe that they're just children, but make of that what you will.
Yeah. Indeed. Make of it what you will.
Because you learned about them when you were 6? Oh, that's cool. All right, so they're about 4 foot tall. They lurk in the woods near Holland's Felt Mansion. And Felt Mansion, that's the place where they were believed to be like experimented on and everything, and before they escaped. And then it says the hydrocephalic children, they believe that they killed and ate the doctor who mistreated them, or that they just escaped. Either way, I mean, there's multiple stories on it, and they have been seen in Connecticut and Ohio as well. So they're not just Michigan exclusive. So they get around. They get around.
Yeah, you know. I wholeheartedly believe that they travel.
I might have to do Connecticut next on my list of states. All right. Should we talk about Pressy? I feel like we should talk about Pressy.
Yes, let's talk about Pressy. Pressy is a sea serpent, I do believe, in Superior.
Let me double check. Yep, Lake Superior.
Well, she's just pretty much like Nessie. She's just a shy sea serpent that just wanders around.
And it says a famous picture of her was taken in 1977 as and it's really blurry, but something in the water that could be a rock or an overturned boat. People believe her a sturgeon or a catfish, or some people believe that it could be just that's actually Pressy. Now a lot of people believe that lake creatures like Pressy, Loch Ness Monster, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Poor Barnacle Boy's actor died, by the way, so I was sad to hear about that. But people believe that lake creatures are like those. They're all just essentially, people believe they're sturgeons. I mean, I can see it, but I mean, I don't think they are.
Yeah. No, Percy's just her own little messy, shy, you know.
So I mean,
that needs hugs and love.
So I mean, there's really kind of not much to talk about Presti. It's kind of like the Loch Ness monster, but I'd say it's kind of more serpentine than plesiosaur.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a famous video of it where it kind of looks like a giant eel almost in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Swimming, yeah.
Yeah, she's more like an eel than an actual plesiosaur. Like I said, she's shy. She just needs hugs and cuddles. That's all. That's what I believe, at least.
Let me see. You guys also have something called the Wahila.
Ooh, tell me about this one. I haven't heard about this one yet.
So this wolf, the size of a bear, an evil spirit in Native American Indian lore, manifests its scary self more often in northwest Canada and Alaska. But one colonial era tale chronicles the deaths of 3 trappers in North Michigan, where they were savagely ravaged by a Wahila. So it's essentially just this giant, massive wolf found in Native American folklore, and some people believe that maybe it could be like linked to the dog man or something, or people believe that it could actually be a surviving bear dog, which went extinct in the Ice Age 1.4 million years ago. But I mean, there could be a surviving population, and it could be living in so we'll have to look into that.
Yeah, we will. We'll have to investigate that.
Yeah,
we'll
but
just bring you up here. Just bring you up here and give a grand old tour of all
fuck yeah.
Cryptids.
And then you have the Michigan Merman.
Yeah. The merman.
Do you know about this one, or?
I believe mermaids live around in Michigan anyway.
Mm-hmm. So considering
really?
Michigan is,
Come on now.
I think I know an accurate video of a bear dog. Oh, you've seen a video of a bear dog caught on tape bleach. I'd like to see that. Excuse me, I'd like to see that at some point. So considering Michigan is home to a zillion lakes, odds are 1 or 2 of them has a half man, half fish creature swimming around in it. This cryptid is frequently linked to the Ojibwe legend of the Memegwashi, or Nebanu Nawbawik. In some circles, hairy-faced, child-sized humanoids dwelling in rocks by the lake, in Lake Superior. One sighting dating to the 18th century states that their lower half was scaly-tailed and that a threat to their well-being resulted in a storm that battered travelers for 3 days. So pretty much, if you threaten this thing, it just summoned a storm to fuck you up.
Yeah. Like I said, I fully believe with all our lakes that mermen or merpeople exist.
Why is... Oh, okay, that's right. You have Alice Cooper on here.
Oh yes, Alice Cooper is a good cryptid. Makes some sweet ass music.
They describe him as Detroit's own Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
Alice is the psychodemonic alternate personality of a very nice Christian man named Vince who enjoys golf and never drinks alcohol or does drugs. The beastly half side of this split personality inspired many similar creatures to emerge from their hovels and caves and terrorize the populace, including Kiss, Marilyn Manson, and all the black metal guys who paint their faces like haunted panda bears. Many, myself included, have witnessed firsthand Alice being beheaded and electrocuted, yet surviving to do it again, and sometimes as soon as the very next. What the fuck is this site?
He's all super. That's all you need to know, man. He's just a cryptid. Very chill cryptid.
Then you
Makes
have
it
something
easier.
called the Whack Master.
Yep, that's it.
Oh my god. What is this? Also known as the Motor City Madman, this hairy beast, sometimes clad only in a loincloth, is Michigan's noisiest, most belligerent monster, known for making ear-splitting some musical squeals and grating political statements. The Whackmaster, named so probably because it's total wacko, is known for putting his victims in strangleholds or furiously scratching them like a cat. If you encounter this feral barbarian, be warned, its heavy arm and considered dangerous. What the fuck? That's just a guy!
He's a dude. He's just a dude doing his thing. He's a dude.
I don't know why they're on the cryptid list, but I appreciate it. I've never heard of them, but I appreciate it.
Right? Random Michigan stuff. It's pretty great, though. Not gonna lie.
Oh god, Alice Cooper's literally fucking Doppio and Diavolo. Oh shit, no, if you guys haven't seen that, disregard that. That's nothing at all. That was not a JoJo spoiler.
Avengers Endgame has Alice Cooper in it. No.
He's the one that destroys Thanos.
The one that destroys Thanos is cool.
So, guys, literally in Avengers Endgame, Chris Angel's Mind Freak starts playing, and then he just bursts out of Thanos' chest like the fucking chest burster from Alien, killing him instantly.
That's totally what happened. I wholeheartedly believe this. So it's gonna go.
All right, 24 local cryptids you've never heard of. Who the fuck is Old Ned?
I don't know, some dude.
Lake Utopia, Oh, these are just all over the place. Okay, I thought this was just specifically Michigan. I'm just like, who the fuck is Old Ned?
Can we briefly touch on Hell's Bridge?
Oh, yeah, go for that. You wanted to talk about that. I forgot. Go for it.
Hell's Bridge is a. Hell's Bridge is located. Let me pull up my article here. Oh gosh. Please don't be slow on me.
You guys have your own National Cryptid Society, though.
We do. It's great.
The National Cryptid Society bringing cryptozoological awareness to the public.
Yeah.
Skunk ape with dreadlocks and strange little visitor.
Okay, so here's the story of the haunting in Hell's Bridge. This might be a little long. The story of the haunting, according to roadtrippers.com, in the mid-1800s, an older man named Elias Frisk of the road, of which the road was named after, murdered local children at the location. Evidently, some children came up missing, and some townsmen organized a search party to go into the woods to look for them. They didn't want to leave the children alone, so they left kindly old Mr. Frisk in charge of babysitting, which was a big mistake. Claiming he didn't want any of the children to wander off, Frisk tied the children together and marched them into the woods. Once at the location of the bridge, the kids noticed a rancid stench. After mentioning this to Mr. Frisk, he uncovered a pile of leaves and branches to reveal the bodies of the other missing children. The kids' screams did no good, for Frisk knew the party was off in the other direction. He proceeded to kill the children one by one and dump their bodies into the Rogue River. Later, when the town people noticed their kids missing, and Frisk as well, they searched along the river until they came to a spot and saw the bodies of the children in the water. Following Frisk's footprints, they found him covered in blood, babbling about how the devil coaxed him into the killing. The men grabbed the rope Frisk had used to tie up the children and proceeded to hang him right there and then from the nearby stone footbridge. Legend says the rope snapped and the current took his body downstream. It was never found. Whether the devil made Frisk knew it or not, the townspeople didn't care. They grabbed the rope he'd used to tie up the children and instead hung off the bridge with it. Legend said he died After he died, the water swelled, snapped the rope, and took his body away forever. To this day, it's said that the evil forces that influenced Frisk still inhabit the area. You can see the faces of the murdered children under the water from time to time, and hear the double laughing in the woods if you're there at midnight. Glowing red eyes have been seen in the woods and on the bridge, along with the sound of screams and laughing of young children late in the night. Tubers claim that they've had unseen hands trying to pull them in the river.
That's creepy as shit.
It is. It's so eerie.
Have you been there?
I'm not, but that is a destination I do want to go.
Is that the one that the guy literally essentially became like the goat man, or?
No.
Okay, I was thinking of something else, because I know the Ghost Hunt, Ghost Adventures did a Halloween investigation on a bridge, kind of similar to that, where a guy was hung from there, and he came back as like a goat monster, and like all these bad things happen on the bridge. So I didn't know if that was the same one or not. I had to think. I'm like,
well, it could be, but I don't think it is.
And then let me see, on here it says Bigfoot forced Michigan homeowners to leave their property. The Crawling Man of Michigan City, in Indiana.
Yeah, that one's Indiana.
I'm gonna bookmark this page. That's a good site.
It is. I know what site you're on, I do believe, and it's a good site. Good for your investigation.
Yeah. Like I need to travel the country and do investigations there and do live streams and everything. I'd love to fucking do that.
We have tons of cryptids here if you ever want to come up.
I would love that. If you guys ever do another road trip, come down to Missouri, pick me up.
Yes, okay, we getting you.
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it.
Fuck yeah. Maybe if I wear my mask, it'll attract more dogmen.
We'll just do one of those crappy found footage films, and then we'll just be beautiful. It'll just be all of us.
Just there's the creature, and then like the camera's on me. Shit, I haven't even gotten it on yet. Cut this out.
Yeah. Valid. So valid. It'll be wholesome content. It'll be family friendly. Not really.
I could actually use that mask to just recreate those scenes from Mountain Monsters that I promised everyone.
Do it. Do it, do it, do it.
I need to. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
What's up?
I think it's fur everywhere. Is it gone? It feels like it's... I think I got it. Ugh.
Gross.
I'm calling the police to have them arrest my old Halloween costume.
Guys, it's not a weed. I'm calling the police. 911, what's the emergency?
So for some reason at work today, my boss's phone just out of nowhere just randomly dialed 911 for no reason.
Oh, beautiful.
And then he just notices, he's like, shit, and just hangs up really quick. And the thing, literally, when I got the fur in my mouth, that's how you get the furry disease.
It is. Exactly.
I only have about, 20 minutes left before I go full furry.
About 20 minutes?
I've already started drawing Owu and Uwu.
Ooh. You know what? Let's just outright leave running guys. But yeah, any other cryptids you would like to talk about?
Let me see what other things are in Michigan.
we have a whole host of things, man. Like, I don't even know where to begin. Like,
Big fan. Oh, Michigan Cryptids, Cryptozoology Reddit.
oh yes, the Reddit page. I found that too. I was like, oh, I didn't know. Like, I should know about Michigan, and there's tons of stuff. Michigan's like an amazing place to live. Again, forgive me, guys. I am also playing it at the same time.
There's an old Native American legend about Michigan Barlings, the Paulding Ghost Lights, the Ada Witch, the Michigan Merman. We also have legends of Michigan Bear Die. Okay, that's pretty much, they just read that site and just posted it there.
We talk about my cat. My cat's a cryptid, clearly. He teleports from your house to your, or from my house to your neighbor's house.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Her cat and my neighbor's cat, they both look exactly the same, and they're both named George.
Clearly, they're teleporting. I'm convinced.
I'll have to get a picture of George one day. I'll just have to sit out there and just wait for him.
Just be like, hey.
Just knock on their door. Hi, is George home?
Need a picture of a cat for the internet. Just that's all you gotta say. I'll be like, oh, okay.
Bleach, I will wholeheartedly join that group. He's gonna start a group, start a hate group against stink bugs.
It's just a furry. Oh. I love how we're just like, oh, furries everywhere. That's all it is. This is how furries start. They start by being in the cryptids, and then, you know.
Let me see. We already talked about that. Are you sure those cats aren't just a glitch in the Matrix? They might be.
They might actually be. It might actually be. It might be a glitch in the Matrix, to be honest.
Number 15, a glitch in the Matrix cat.
Love you, chills. Do more stuff with us.
Oh, the stink bugs are horrible, though. I fucking hate those things.
Okay, can we just talk about the Michigan State bird? It's not actually a robin. It's a mosquito.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to think. We could talk about, like, the haunted.
Yeah, let's talk about the haunted shit.
There are several hauntings in Michigan, haunted areas. Obviously, the lakes are a good place for haunting because there's been shipwrecks on the Great Lakes.
Lake Superior?
Actually, I know a good place to talk about.
Ooh, where?
Michelabach. It was if I remember correctly, don't quote me on this stuff, guys. I haven't brushed up on the history well enough. But it was a base back in the Civil War era that was built up in Mackinac Island.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I know for a fact that this place is haunted because I've actually stayed there. I've actually been in that area, and I assure you there were, like, tons of eerie feelings, and just you walked into some rooms and it was, like, instantly cold, and it was just really, really creepy experience because it was almost as though you had eyes on you the entire time that you were there.
So you've been there before?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
I've been there before, and like you said,
So I'm looking up haunted places here in Michigan, and it looks like you have a place called the Traverse City State Hospital.
couple more.
An old asylum. It's an old asylum. Like old asylums are always haunted.
They are.
Old City Orphanage in Marquette. The nuns were known to physically and mentally abuse the children and were fierce in their punishments. One account recalls a little girl playing outside during a blizzard and subsequently catching pneumonia. She died several days later. As a testament to her foolishness and a warning to the other children, the nuns put her body on display for all to view. The crying of the children is said to be heard if passing the building on a quiet night.
Yes, I remember actually hearing about this one. There are websites that I go and visit just to get my information on Haunted Michigan. And that one showed up.
You have the Henderson Castle in Kalamazoo.
I vaguely heard of that one.
Over a century old and supposedly host to a legion of ghosts, Kalamazoo's Henderson Castle is now a bed and breakfast that caters to the living and the dead. The ghosts of the home's original owners, Frank and Mary Henderson, as well as those of a Spanish-American war veteran, a little girl, and a dog, interact regularly with paranormal teams and guests alike. The apparently amiable spirits have favorite forms of communication, speaking through unplugged radios, tapping unsuspecting visitors on the shoulder, and sometimes appearing in full form wearing period clothing.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you have a haunted Masonic temple in Detroit.
It doesn't surprise me.
Built in 1912 by a wealthy gentleman named George D. Mason, the Detroit, of course, some guy's last name Mason builds a Masonic hall. Has over 1,000 rooms and several secret staircases, concealed passages, and hidden compartments in the floors. Mr. Mason went slightly overboard when financing construction of the building and eventually went bankrupt, whereupon his wife left him overwhelmingly depressed about his financial and personal circumstances. Mason jumped to his death from the roof of the temple. Security guards claim to see his ghost to this day. Ascending the steps to the roof, the temple, abundant with cold spots, inexplicable shadows, and slamming doors, is known to intimidate visitors with eerie feelings and the feeling of being watched.
Sincerely, it does not surprise me that there would be a place like that down in Detroit.
The Masonic Temple?
Yep.
Felt Mansion.
Never heard of it.
Oh, that's where that's the Melonhead area.
Oh, okay. You said I used to know all kinds of haunted areas in Michigan.
Michigan Bell Telephone Company in Grand Rapids.
Oh, cool.
Shrouded in legend, the Michigan Bell Telephone Company stands on the grounds of what was once a lavish mansion in downtown Grand Rapids. Current employees often experience ghostly encounters due to the grisly history of this particular plot of land. It said the Randall couple purchased the Judd White house from its previous owners and haven't lived there for long before tragedy struck. Warren Randall, a railroad brakeman, lost his leg while on the job and it had been replaced with a wooden prosthetic. This led to feelings of insecurity on Warren's part. He soon accused his wife Virginia of having an affair. Their marriage was no longer happy and arguments were often overheard from the street. After noticing a pungent odor emanating from the mansion, workers in the building next door contacted officials to investigate. The two were found dead in the house. Warren had allegedly beaten Virginia to death with his wooden leg before slitting his own throat. The ghosts of the couple argue to this day, as witnessed by employees of the company, with some saying that the Randalls are responsible for eerie prank phone calls traced back to the building after hours. River Raisin National Battlefield Park in Monroe.
I vaguely remember hearing about that one.
The largest and bloodiest encounters fought on Michigan soil, the battles of River Raisin, also known as the battles of Frenchtown, were devastating upsets for the United States during the War of 1812. After several days of combat and eventual surrender to the British, American soldiers were led away by their captors. The main soldiers were abandoned and would later be massacred by Native Americans in a surprise attack. In this deadliest battle of the War of 1812, over half of the total of 1,000 American soldiers lost in the war were killed. Paranormal teams have held investigations at what is now known as a River Raisin National Battlefield Park and have utilized the Singapore theory, which employs the use of time-oriented objects, music, and other triggers to encourage the appearance of ghosts. Figures in doorways, windows, and on the field have been seen. Photographed and supposed sounds of war cries and cries of agony have also been recorded.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Pier Shaney. Located near Grayling, Pier Shaney was a bustling 19th century sawmill village. Diseases like diphtheria and cholera ravaged the town, and the population dwindled to double digits before the town was eventually abandoned sometime after 1912, when the post office closed. Legend has it that nothing but a strange moss grows in the village, and the cemetery, one of the few remaining landmarks, may even hold the bones of a witch. Many visitors hear the voices and witness orbs, and perhaps the most frighteningly of all, there are reports of sightseers finding handprints on cars from children who died in the area.
Oh, yes, this place. We also have I think it's in Michigan, could be elsewhere, but there's a railway that some kids died.
Is that the one if you drive under the tunnel, they push your car and leave the handprints on it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the cool one.
I do believe we have one in Michigan. I know there's a few different areas that have those. I do believe there's one in Michigan.
I'll also look into that. You also have Mackinac Island.
Yes, I've done that. That's actually pretty haunted.
Thought to be the most haunted place in the Awesome Mitten, Mackinac Island has tours devoted to its most ghost-ridden locals. From the Grand Hotel built in the first military post cemetery to Fort Mackinac, explored by Sci-Fi Channel's Ghost Hunters, to Mission Point, haunted by the ghost of a young man who shot himself after a heartbreak. Mackinac Island is a paranormal investigator's dream destination. The occasionally bloody history and relative isolation of the island lends to its spooky atmosphere around Halloween.
There's a cemetery in Mackinac Island that's really interesting to me. You can't take pictures. You can't go in. And it's a burial ground for it's an old burial ground, pretty much.
So they won't let you go in though?
No, they won't let you go in unless you have special permission.
And your camera won't work, or they just won't let you take pictures?
They won't let you take pictures. Photography is not allowed.
Oh, okay.
It's just a really intriguing place. There's a really spooky energy that comes off of it. In my opinion, it's not like terrible or anything. It's just one of those places in Michigan. But I'm sure there's a few places that have that, you know?
Mm-hmm. You also have a place called the Doherty Hotel.
Yeah, that's actually the next town over from us. And that place is creepy.
So it's a speakeasy during Prohibition and gambling, and the mafia was there, and the Purple Gang, and shit. Oh, yeah. And then one of the Purple Gang's attorneys was murdered in the bar. He was shot dead by his cousin after the business partner.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, yeah, that's a haunted. And then there's a place called the Terrace Inn and 1911 restaurant in Petoskey.
Yeah, I don't know where that is, but I've heard of it.
Over decades, there have been reports of paranormal activity at this Victorian inn, just north of the city of Pedosky. If you ask the desk clerk for the inn's ghost files, they'll hand over a thick folder with accounts from past guests and employees based on the evidence we've recorded. It seems these reports may very well be true. After 5 years of this historic inn, remains one of the most paranormally active locations. Um, wow. There seems to be three prominent spirits that wander the inn. The first is a lady in white who's seen in the hallways and guest rooms. Could she be looking for the man in the tweed? Another ghostly apparition was seen on the balcony. There is the interactive youth, a lad perhaps 12 or 14 years of age, who inhabits the basement. Our compelling recorded evidence and then leads with it. Yeah, there's multiple spirits wandering inside the hotel.
Doesn't surprise me. There's what else?
The Whitney Restaurant in Detroit.
There's this place I'm thinking of now, and it's haunted as well.
Is it a restaurant? Is it a hotel? Is it a house?
Well, I could talk about a haunted house experience I had. You wanted me to.
That works. It's in Michigan, so.
I used to live in this house that I do believe is haunted. There was a shadow that wandered around in the basement of the house, and if I could ship the movie Red to Gold, we believe the house was set up so where the train or whatever was inside, and we believe he had an accident involving the well where he just drowned. And it's really eerie. Like, he gave off a weird feeling, and I ended up sleeping with blankets around the bunk bed.
I remember you talking about this in the server. That's really creepy.
Yeah.
You also have something called the Sail Choix Point Lighthouse. Oh, fuck yeah. This one's in Gulliver.
I do believe I've heard of that.
Michigan's first state prison in Jackson.
Yep. You can hear, apparently, allegedly, you can hear inmates and such.
Halverson Hall and North Michigan University.
Yeah.
In the late 1960s, a Northern Michigan University student who stayed in this room hung herself from her top bunk. It has been reported that her ghost still haunts the halls of the third floor of Halverson, and in a particularly annoying fashion. According to the local legend, students working late nights can somehow hear the sound of her fingernails scratching along the blackboards.
Yeah. Yes, that's another creepy place.
Oh god! Oh, there's also another area that's haunted at Northern Michigan University called Forrest Roberts Theater. In the early 1970s, a university janitor fell victim to a serious heart attack in the elevator shaft that connects the Forrest Roberts Theater to the Thomas Fine Arts Building. He was a gentleman with a heavy build, full beard, and jovial personality, but the physical work simply caught up to him late one Friday evening as he took his last breath in the elevator shaft. No ghostly signs of the janitor have ever been reported, but mysterious occurrences with the elevator have. After class hours, cameras installed in the hall frequently capture the elevator changing floors, doors, opening with no one inside, and the operational lights turning on and off. Is the janitor's spirit still uneasy after all these years, or perhaps he's still going about his chores?
It's fun, I would imagine.
The Marquee Harbor Lighthouse, Big Bay Point Lighthouse, Bed and Breakfast, Thunder Bay Inn.
We have plenty of those. Because, like, in Michigan, and I'm sure there are other places around that have the same thing. In Michigan, we have a ton of historical buildings, and they're still standing. So we have a lot of just various history, and our town is rich with it, and our entire state is actually rich with these historical buildings. So I thoroughly believe that there's tons of haunted areas in the state alone.
You have a place called the Holly Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan Bell Telephone, we talked about that one. Beeson Mansion. Henderson Castle.
Oh boy. Listen to all these hauntings. See, this is the thing, is I fully believe, like, especially in the lake, that there's, like, crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to, like, Lake Superior, and you, like, it's nice. It's one of my favorite lakes, but at the same time, there's eerie feelings.
Right. I mean, lakes are, I mean, like, there could have been, like, foul play there and, like, all the stuff that went on that we don't know.
I've heard of ghost ships being in the lakes. I don't know. I like talking about the lakes in particular, like the Great Lakes, because you hear so much, like, ghost ships and haunted lighthouses and just odds and ends.
Just like,
easily,
yeah, just all these creepy haunted.
Yeah. There's a few places that you don't want to spend the night in unless you're really brave in Michigan. Desperate, yeah. Really, Tia said we're desperate. But either way, I myself, the Doherty Hotel, I've not stayed in it, but I would like to spend an evening in it.
Oh, I thought that was a site. That was a book. I was looking up Haunted Lake Superior. Oh, out in the distance, a ghost ship appears on Lake Superior, and this was reported by CNN.
Oh, yeah. You just look at Haunted Michigan and you'll find it. Yeah, I have a couple books that are like Haunted Michigan, Weird Michigan, Michigan Shipwreck. We have them. We have the sources.
World's Most Haunted Bodies of Water from Reader's Digest. Lake Superior's on that list. Wait, is Lake Superior the one that sort of has like its own Bermuda Triangle?
That's Michigan.
Lake Michigan, okay.
I do believe. Either Lake Michigan or Lake Huron. It's one of the ones that's on the side. So, there's also, if you go up north, there is a shipwreck museum, and you can actually look at the chart and see they have various shipwrecks on the chart alone. So you can just look and notice, like, I'm pointing out, there's, you know, the wreck of the Edmund Fitz is one of our favorite, or one of our famous ones. And there's actually a ship up north that's modeled after the Edmund Fitz, without doing the Edmund Fitz, or Edmund Fitzgerald, rather, is what I should probably call it. So
yeah, wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Oh, that's cool. And that's like 500 feet down underwater, too.
Yeah.
And yeah, I looked it up. I'm pretty sure Lake Michigan is the one with the triangle because I looked up what is the most dangerous Great Lake, and Lake Michigan popped up.
Lake Michigan got the Bermuda Triangle. Oh gosh, I've run out of stuff to talk about.
Oh, did you? And speaking of Great Lakes, did you hear that like the government or something gave Lake Erie the same rights as a human?
What?
The government literally gave Lake Erie the same rights as a human.
Why does like it's news stories, but at the same time, why does that not surprise me?
They did that to kind of like maybe like, hey, if we give this lake human rights, maybe people won't throw their trash into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, now the lake has the same rights as a human being.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that's gonna work.
I don't know either. But I assume it works.
Yeah, Lake Erie Human Rights. Lake Erie Bill of Rights in a special election with 61% voting yes on a ballot, a measure that could allow citizens to sue polluters on behalf of the lake.
The lake has been through so much.
Yeah. But yeah, now the lake has human rights. Toledo, Ohio just granted it the same rights as people.
You know that song Smoke on the Water?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's written about Lake Erie. The poor thing. Also, there is a thunderstorm raging outside, and I find it very humorous that we decided to talk about Michigan cryptids and thunderstorm.
Usually, like every time it rains, something always shows up on my friend's roof.
Oh, that's weird. But yeah, I find it really funny. That's just like, ooh, spooky.
But yeah, Lake Erie has human rights now, and it can literally allegedly just stand in court and sue people.
Just get a cup of water from Lake Erie. Here's what's doing because. Oh, sorry.
But did Lake Erie say that you could take its water?
Oh my god.
Did it say you can fish there?
Like, we ain't getting loud.
You took my water, I'm suing you. For what? I just borrowed some water. No, you didn't. I never consented to you taking my water.
Totally offended.
I'm calling the FBI on you.
I appreciate this.
Then I can just imagine the Lake Erie, like it's pretty much like the water in Moana.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
And it's like I'm calling the it like reaches a wave up to like a payphone, just inserts a little quarter, then dials 911. Hey, Lake Erie, what's up?
I'm feeling somebody took a cup of water out of me.
We'll be right back. Are you holding them hostage? I am.
No. Just start screaming.
And this giant like wave of water is just like about to crash down on you.
Right? Oh Jesus. Sorry, game again. Sorry.
Lake Erie it's horrifying.
Lake Erie is interesting. It's actually the one in. No, I visited Erie, not Ontario. It's one or the other. I visited Huron and I visited Michigan and Superior. But I don't think I visited Erie or Ontario yet. Yet.
But yeah, Lake Erie is so fucking polluted.
Yeah. It's an extremely polluted area. unfortunately.
And then I know people release a lot of like their goldfish and shit into the lakes, and that fucks up the ecosystem.
Curve, Magic Curve, yeah. And yes, I just made a Pokemon joke.
Yes, even though you really don't know that much about Pokemon.
Doesn't know much about Pokemon, makes Pokemon jokes left and right. Yep, this is me. Hello.
I can still paint all over my hands, and it
Yep.
looks
I
horrible.
know. Yeah. But let's see.
Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Not really, because like I said, I kind of ran out of subject matter, even though there's plenty out there.
I don't know what else is in Michigan besides Michigan.
I don't know what else is inside Michigan besides Michigan. Rude. I feel you on that.
Only Michigan exists in Michigan.
Yeah, we already talked about the Bermuda Triangle, Michigan. Let's see. There's, oh gosh. We have the first of Cryptids. We have all kinds of hauntings.
Right.
I guess we could talk about like the woods across from my house.
Oh, though I remember. Yeah.
The ones that I'm pretty sure there's some deep in those woods. I don't even know.
Yeah, what's Michigan? Talk about it.
Well, across the way, or across the road from us, there's this shot of woods, and it's really creepy. Like, because you like feel this energy, and it's, well, to me, I feel this energy, and it's like not friendly to me. It's not exactly not friendly, but it's not really like out to get you, I guess.
It's just kind of like, hey,
if
keep the fuck out of these woods.
Yeah, it's just showing its territory, I would imagine. It's just a territorial thing. I would, if I had my guesses, and you can just walk and feel eyes on you if you walk outside at night sometimes.
It just watches you.
Yeah, that's how it feels, at least to me. It's like it's just lurking, it's watching. It's not waiting for another victim or anything. It's not.
It's just kind of like, hey, I'm watching these woods. Keep the fuck out, or I'll cut you.
Yeah, kind of like that. It doesn't feel like. It feels like something that you respect, and that's it. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not something that you want to make fun of or anything like that. It's just something to respect. It's just like a guardian of the woods or something.
It could be like an old Native American spirit or something.
Could be spirit of an animal. Could be anything. Actually, true story. And I'm sure she won't mind me sharing that. Kia spotted a little shadow the other day.
In the woods?
Yeah, in the woods walking back from our house. Probably something that was eerily. She said it was about the size of one. And it passed behind a tree that wasn't more than a foot wide.
So it was like a spirit deer?
I would have my guess, freaked her out, but I had my guess. It was probably like a spirit of deer or something that got hit.
It
or
could
something
be.
like that. I mean, there's got to be tons of spirit animals around here. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah. I'll have to do
we love our hunting.
I'll have to do a video at some point on spirit animals.
That would be cool. I would love that. I would watch that.
I don't have a subject for next week. I might do that next week then.
Yeah, talk about spirit animals.
Spirit animals, not like not like this fish is my spirit animal, but I mean just like ghost animals.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I can help you with it. There's tons of stuff to find.
Fuck yeah.
And I'd help you with that.
Yeah, and I have like this old Nat Geo Kids magazine that talks about ghost animals.
Yeah. I'd help you with that and send you links so that way you had content to talk about.
Wait, were you the one who sent that in the one group chat about the ghost cat?
What ghost cat?
Roles and self-add cryptid generals. Where the fuck is info? Here is info dump. Scrolling up. No, it was literally here. It was somebody posted about a ghost cat. Now I can't find it. Okay, that's about Bohemian Rhapsody being a good movie. Where is this thing? I know it was here. I know someone posted about a ghost cat, and now I can't find it. Ooh, now I'm getting in a really weird... Oh, fuck. I know where it was. It wasn't an info. Where the fuck? I have an idea of where it was. It could be encrypted requests from somewhere. No. Furby's it wasn't in Ghosts. They didn't put it in Ghosts. Wasn't in Experiences. Was it in Self? No, I'm pretty sure it was most likely in... No, it was in a newer channel. I'm trying to find this thing. That was for my Haunted Doll stream. Wasn't encrypted request for... No, I already checked that one. Live stream topic suggestions? No. Wasn't in Witchcraft. Wasn't in the Tarot Bot. Was it? No, it wasn't in the Tarot Bot.
Stream on an hour later, you find it and start streaming.
There it is! I found it. It's in suggestions box.
Oh, okay.
And Ash posted it. Okay. A legendary demon cat is said to haunt the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. The cat allegedly appears before major tragedies and was last seen in the White House by guards shortly before both JFK and Abe Lincoln were assassinated. Though the cat hasn't been seen in years, some say the set of paw prints in the floor by the old Supreme Court building are proof of its existence.
I remember that. Sorry, a loud crack of thunder just went off and I nearly shot myself on stream. That was spooky. Yeah, totally spooky. Spooky, why are you sending the thunder? But yes, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm just like, who the fuck posted that? And I finally found it. It's in suggestion box. I knew it was like in meme dump, or not meme dump. I knew it was in suggestions or fucking info dump. It was in one of those two, and I finally found it. Now I don't have to scream about it later.
Yeah, that cat is... I remember that. I remember reading about that and thinking it was so creepy. I was just like, no.
But it's a cute little cat. It just wants a hug.
It just wants love and affection. That's all it needs.
Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I shouldn't be president, because I I'd literally just go in the White House and I'd just be looking around just like, hello, kitty, where are you? Mr. President, what are you doing? Fuck off, Watson, I'm looking for the cat.
Where did you go?
Ooh, woo, what's this? I got catnip.
Oh, no.
I found the cat, and then just jumps on my face and just fucking mauls me.
Right? It's just assault you. It just screams and kidnaps you.
Then I just see like this little cat sitting on the floor. Hello, are you the little ghost cat? Just looks up. Yes.
Meow.
Just in a really deep man's voice. Yes. God. Do you want some catnip? Fuck yeah, I do.
Cat. Meow. Anybody else? Meow. You. Huge. So much for TikTok. Anyway.
But yeah, I'd probably be going around looking for the cat if I was president.
Mr. Kitty. Cat kills you. And the news today.
President, there is no cat in this White House. I fucking heard the legends.
Meow.
Are you mentally stable for this job? I am. I'm just looking for the goddamn cat. I think we have to impeach you now. No, fuck off. This is my country. Because he was looking for a ghost cat and tripped down a giant flight of stairs leading into the grand ballroom.
Your Family Guy where Peter trips down the stairs
Yeah.
and just falls repeatedly. And you're just sitting, and we're just all sitting there like, well, he said.
Well, now what?
Well, now what? No, and you trip, and it's the meme that's the "We'll Be Right Back" meme, so it's just like, dun, 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 dun.
To be continued. Dun 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 dun. Somehow JoJo always finds its way into the stream.
Oh no. Are they bored of us rambling like idiots?
Are you guys bored of us rambling like idiots?
Oh shit, he's coming out of laundry. Oh heck, oh heck, oh heck, oh heck, oh heck, oh heck. There we go. Anyway, you could always listen to Dreamer screeching. Oh gosh, I'm gonna die. Sorry. Woo! Here we go.
They seem to be liking it, actually, surprisingly.
They seem to be liking me screaming like an idiot. I'm about to die.
Yes. Take your own cat, then you can look for ghost cats and claim you're just looking for your pet.
No.
Phoenix, you're like on a whole nother level. This is perfect. This is great.
Oh god, Roger Laundry, get right, scrub.
It's the perfect get-rich-quick scheme.
Oh no. Oh lord. Get right, scrub.
No, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the White House, bring someone's pet cat into the White House, release it, look around, say I'm looking for my lost cat, then the Secret Service will have to let me look around the White House to find my cat. So I'll be looking for it, and then I'll be looking for the ghost cat, and then I'll pour some water on the floor and slip, and then I'll sue because there wasn't a wet floor sign.
Yeah.
It's the perfect plan to get my tax money back.
Right. The news today. The news today. This is Michael Jackson, the first man. Oh, I can't continue with that joke.
Oh, in the news today, a local man commits tax fraud in the White House.
Turns out it was the president.
Turns out it was the president.
Anyway.
Oh god.
Oh shit, what up? Here comes that boy. I heard just like here comes that boy. Oh shit, what up? And there's goo on the ground. I should totally set up Twitch on the PS4 and just stream. Have people move there and just be like, yes, let's watch her play Fallout 4.
Oh my god, you should.
I should. I might. I don't know.
How long have we actually been going for? Let me check.
2 hours. Damn near.
An
hour 45.
Oh yeah.
36.
I guess we can go for the even 2 hour mark.
Let's do it. Let's just randomly ramble while listening to Dreamer scream.
Alright guys, so technically the cryptid part of the cryptid stream is over. You're just gonna kind of hear us just rambling on a little bit. You can stay if you guys want.
I'll just be talking about the cat. Cool.
Oh, I found this weird band earlier, earlier this week. It was either yesterday or Thursday. They're called yesterday was Thursday.
My buddy. Yeah.
Work fucking makes you think days are other days. So it's this weird band called the Shags. Oh my god, it's the weirdest shit I've ever fucking listened to. I'd play it on the stream right now, but copyright. I don't want to get copyrighted.
Right.
But
copyright infringement. Goodbye.
But no, they have songs called My Pal Foot. It's Halloween. Who are the parents? And why do I feel?
Oh man, I got a burp. Hold on. Just give me nasty. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me.
Oh, you're good.
Apologies for those in stream.
But no, the Shags are a fucking masterpiece. It's music that's so bad that it's good. It's kind of like The Room in that respect.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's The Room of music. It literally sounds like all their instruments are out of tune.
Yeah.
And they're just singing about their one friend whose name is apparently Foot.
It sounds like somebody farting through a French one, I imagine.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing that I've ever listened to. But I hate to admit it, but I fucking love it. Just its weirdness. I love the weird shit. I showed it to my boss today, and he's just like, "It sounds like their instruments they're out of tune." And they're singing. It's just kind of it's a band of 3 sisters, and it's just all kind of blending together.
Oh Lord.
Foot, my pal, foot, pal, foot. So Lily says, let's talk about JoJo. So new episode dropped today. Here's the spoilers, guys. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about JoJo. It's a show where overly buff high school kids beat up other overly buff high school kids.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need to know.
Thank you.
I don't know shit about JoJo. I never watched it.
And thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh my gosh. Copyright strike. No.
No, if you sing it, I think the YouTube algorithms are like, okay, that's fine. But if they just hear one note of the song, holy shit, guys, get them, go, send the SWAT team. Try working night shift. You just about need a whole new language to describe what day it is when you start the shift one day and end it the next morning. I'll do this tomorrow.
Oh no.
That's a mood.
I might actually be getting a job, so I will understand this mood. I have a job interview on Monday.
Ooh, good luck.
Thank you.
I work on the mystical, magical world of a food truck.
Hey, it's a job. It's a start, you know.
Yeah, it's actually fun, but I mean, it gets repetitive every now and then. But I mean, it's fun.
Yeah. At least it's something, you know.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like everybody has those days, like, fuck, I don't want to go in today.
Yeah. It's understandable, though. I mean, I imagine you get some horrible customers.
Honestly, out of all the days that we've had, like, I've been working there for almost a year, and we've only had, like, all the days that I've worked, I've only had 2 customers that were kind of bitchy.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we usually get good people.
Seeing with me, I'll be working at a dollar store if I get this job.
Ooh, I heard my one friend works at, like, my one friend used to work at, like, Dollar Tree, and they fucking hated it.
I mean, I imagine so. But realistically, the job is, like, the customers are what makes the job.
That's true.
You know?
Well, they said that their coworkers were horrible.
Valid, that too. You have coworkers that are shit. She is over here being phony. I know that one. She worked in a prison. Nurses all hated her.
Oh shit.
Yeah, wasn't a fun time for anybody, really.
Oh god. Let me see. But my boss plays music on the food truck, and it can range from like really, really good classic rock, like Queen, David Bowie, all that good stuff, and then it just goes into like some really, really, really weird ass old country.
Please, get me gone.
But no, like he plays really good stuff. Like there was Black Sabbath, and today, like out of the entire year, like almost the entire year that I've been working on this food truck, I've never heard him play this song before in the mix. Like he's always has it like on random, and I've never heard the song until today played on this. It played fucking Pumped Up Kicks.
Oh, that's lovely.
I just had like whiplash. I'm like, wait a minute, is this Pumped Up Kicks?
Oh.
So I was just like really surprised. I'm like, I've never heard this on here. Then I found out about this new band from him called Propagandhi. It's a Canadian like anarchist band.
I need this in my life.
It's kind of like a fuck the system kind of band that's actually amazing.
Oh yeah, I imagine.
Honestly, I say they're kind of like they're good, but I mean they're not as good as fucking Sex Pistols. They're sort of like a Canadian kind of, yeah, they're like a Canadian Sex Pistols.
Oh, that's great. Preston and your settlement.
Except they sing about like not paying your taxes and fuck the system and don't be a part of the society.
Dear God, it's me.
And then they sing about like religion, about you shouldn't be religious. And then I found this one band called Schnauzer.
Oh, I've heard of Schnauzer.
Oh, have you ever heard their song "The Facts of Life"?
I don't think I have yet.
It's literally this guy. He's just screaming throughout the whole song about how life, like, pretty much like fucks you over and everything, and then like just random ass facts about himself. Like he just screams, "Spicy food gives me the shits. Montezuma's revenge." And then at the end of that, he says like a really questionable phrase. He says like he screams, "Take a razor to your wrist," and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
No, sir.
And I actually think Schnauzer's lead singer's dead.
You know, sir, I love myself.
He's like, the girl will never like you, no matter how fucking hard you try. You're overworked, underappreciated. Just screaming about life.
Yeah.
No, I have weird ass songs on my playlist.
Yeah.
You know, we got 4 minutes left. Let's talk about some of these.
Oh boy, here we go.
I have Fireflies, but somebody is screaming the lyrics. I don't know if I should talk about those songs. Those ones are pretty fucking weird. And that needs to be down here. There we go. Oh no, that was fine right where it was. I would play some Lily, but copyright. I don't want my stream to be taken down due to copyright strike. I have a Nightcore Despacito.
What, me?
I have... Okay, let me see. There's this one guy on YouTube, like, I don't believe in the flat earth theory, but there's this guy called Flat Earth Man, and he sings, like, these songs about, like, the flat earth, and it's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Like, one's called, like, I don't want to talk about NASA. Do you still believe we went to the moon? The satellite hoax. And then there's this rapper named Mike DC. And he uses the same music for like 2 songs. He has one called Marilyn Manson and another called Donald Trump. Was that something else? Was that another thing? No. I swore I saw something else. Again, in the corner. I swear to God, I just looked up and saw something else. I swear I saw something. I'm gonna have to review that footage. Yeah. Oh, Bleach saw it. I did get something else. Oh, it was like around the minute 57 mark. I'll have to go back and take a look at it. I just looked over and I was like, what the fuck? We got a ghost during the live stream.
No, yeah.
Part 2.
Shit. Yeah. And now you're dying again.
Oh,
I died.
I'm gonna have to review that footage later, but I haven't heard of the band The Goat though. I haven't. But fucking hell, and another ghost sighting on. That's crazy. Oh my God. I'll go back and review that, but I swore I saw it. It looked bigger this time. Did it look Bleach? Did it look bigger to you? It looked a little bigger than the one that we saw before.
Is it because the remark I made via text? Hello, it is happy birthday, child. It is me, the demon that tickles your toes while you sleep.
Oh my God! Like I just read it. Like at first, I remember I gave you my number. Then I looked down, and I'm just like, I remember I gave you my number. Then I looked down and I read that. I just saw happy birthday. I'm like, who the fuck is texting me happy birthday? My birthday's not for another like 2 months. And then I saw that I'm the demon that eats your toe. I'm like, it's Dreamer.
You're just like, God, dang it, Dreamer.
It reminds me of that one like that one thing. Hello, Uwu, it's me, your Uber driver, Watashi, waiting outside for you.
Oh, it's Justin Bieber. Punch me in the face.
Oh my God.
As hard as you can.
But yeah, we got another ghost sighting on film. I'll have to go back and check that out.
Yes. Queen. Oh, we're at the 2-hour mark.
We are officially at the 2-hour mark.
2 hours of dumb people rambling back and forth now.
We also have. Oh, I thought that was. I saw something in it that. Oh my god, that actually really disappointed me. I saw something like I pulled my phone down and I looked on it and I just saw this new ad for like this thing. I'm just like, oh fuck yeah, it's a new Lilo and Stitch reboot, but it's just an Animal Crossing ad because I saw there's like a blue thing and then like this one thing that looked like a Lilo and Stitch experiment at first. I just barely glanced at it. I'm just like, oh fuck yeah, it's a Lilo and Stitch reboot.
I would have been excited, and I'm disappointed.
You know, I should. Shit, I think the battery's dead in that though. Fuck. Oh, I would if I would. Bleacher's like, hey, you should pull out your ghost messaging thing, and I'm just like, and then, but I was like, yeah, I'll go get, and then I just realized like the battery's dead. Or I mean, like it has like a bar of battery left, but it could literally die like any second.
Just start screaming, it'll work again. Oh, it's stuck in my head now. I hate it. Oh gosh, there they are.
That's actually a good idea. Stuff the battery sack with tinfoil. I'll have to try that. All right, but I have a song on here called Extremely Lewd.
Yeah.
And what it is, it's an anime girl singing, "Fuck me, fuck me."
Why did you go from 0 to Animal Girl real quick?
Well, huh?
Go from 0 to Animal Girl real quick.
Yeah. We're just reviewing my weird songs that I have on here. It's just funny shit that I just play sometimes as gags. I have Ram Ranch on here too. The classic 18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch, big hard throbbing cocks wanting to be sucked.
Wow, that's creepy.
And we're still live. Oh shit. I also have this band on here. I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it. I'm actually gonna type it in the chat. I mean, you guys should totally look this up. Look this band up, guys. Expunge X Core X. It's literally a heavy metal band that plays their music over SpongeBob quotes.
Oh my god.
So you're welcome for that. I'm actually just gonna make a little weird music review for you guys here. So we got Expunge X Core X. Look up look these guys up. Hate Beak. The band here, hold on. Well, Hate Beak, the lead singer, is a parrot. And look up this band, Grind Mothers. The lead singer is an 80-year-old grandma.
Please, yeah. I need Granny in my life.
So yeah, that's just so guys just have fun going down those rabbit holes later, those musics.
No. What?
Plus, I'm actually going to give you guys like an actual, like legit good band. They're based here in my home state of Missouri, and they're kind of like an alternative band. And if you guys like alternative stuff, check that band out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then I have a song in here called Matalia Musti, and it's like a Swedish band that was like played in Arthur or something at some point.
You're obsessed with Arthur, man. You're into deep.
Oh, people are actually really, really like. Some people are really, really upset with Arthur right now.
Oh.
Because like in the newest episode, like Mr. Ratburn turned out to be gay and he married a man in the episode, and like a lot of people are up in arms about it.
Welcome, Dick.
Huh?
Welcome me up in arms.
But people are like super like pissed off. They're like, oh, Slipknot's good, Bleach. I love Slipknot. Before we go here, I'm gonna just go through my music list really quick. We got this band called The Falcon, Dark Water's End, Edison, Bon Jovi, James LeBray. I do actually have a few Five Sauce songs on here just because a few of them I actually think are good. A few of them I think are good. Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, yeah.
A Graceful. We have Ailstorm. That's pretty much Scottish pirate heavy metal. A Day to Remember. All That Remains. Asking Alexandria. Atreyu. Avian Row. Beartooth. Trail. Black Veil Brides. That's like an older band that I had back in high school. I mean, I still listen to them on occasion, but they're not my favorite anymore or anything. Bring Me the Horizon. Greek Fire. My Chemical Romance. Mariana and the Diamonds. Ozzy Osbourne. David Bowie. I think I said A Day to Remember already. Let me see. A bunch of anime theme songs. I have Panic at the Disco, a few of them, not a lot, because I mean I think they're okay. I mean they're not my favorite. Defeater. I said Disturbed. Emarosa. Evanescence. Oh, 3 Days Grace is good. I have some of those on there. Fallout Boy. Gorillas. I love the Gorillas.
Yeah.
New Politics. Hollywood Undead. Issues. I have like one Justin Timberlake song on here just for meme culture. Kill Switch Engage. Korpiklani. They do a heavy metal version of the Yavin Polka. Papa Roach, Linkin Park. Let me see. I have like two 21 Pilots songs that I don't listen to anymore, and I wish I'd never got them on here. And no, I haven't heard their new album yet. Motionless in White. Muse. Hold on just a sec. All right. I haven't heard their new album yet, and I lost track of where it was an M. Motionless in White. I said My Chemical Romance. I have Nirvana. Night Ranger. Okay, just a sec here, guys. There we go. Hold on, she got disconnected. She wants to say bye to everyone. Of Mice and Men. Hi. So yeah, our call got dropped, and she just wanted to come back and say bye to everyone.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble and whatnot. I hope you guys have a good day.
Yeah, if you ever want to come back on for another stream at some point, talk about something different, you can.
Yeah.
And I know you have a YouTube channel as well. I'll put that in the link in the description below.
Awesome. Thank
So
you.
you guys can check her out. She does speed paints. You can do gaming videos.
Yep. I do a mix of different things. It depends on my mood. I'm trying to get back on a better upload schedule.
Mm-hmm. But she does have good videos, really good speed paints. I said paints. Do you do commissions at all for people?
Yes, I do. I just got to get my commission chart back up
All right.
and running and redo prices. But
All right.
I do.
So if you guys need a commission done, you can check her out. And I'll post your link to your YouTube channel in the description.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
So I believe that is your YouTube name is Dreamer Nerd.
Surreal Dreamer.
The real Surreal Dreamer. That's right.
Yep.
So okay, good. I forgot. I accidentally clicked something. Like I accidentally clicked a song, and I'm like, shit, no copyright. But it won't play when I'm in a call. So.
Good. But
Bleach says, what would be cool if you prank called Walmart?
I mean, if you want, you could prank call Walmart.
I might do that on my second channel. Actually.
Do it.
Hiya there, Walmart. It's me, Mickey Mouse. I'm looking for some condoms so I can plow Minnie.
God.
But I heard she's been fucking goofy lately. Homer loves you. Homer loves your store.
Oh my God.
Homer's watching you. Come to the toy aisle.
Can you imagine how terrified Walmart customers will be? They just feel like, what?
Why is Elmo calling the store?
Just be like, can you not just make sure if you do prank call, you prank call a Walmart that isn't local?
That's a good idea.
Shit, son. I forgot about these. I did too. Tia broke out the fudge. So we forgot that we brought like about.
But I remember one day, this one guy called my phone. He was like a Jamaican salesman or something. So I did my Rick and Morty voice, and he like my Rick and Morty impression. It was like, "Oh, geez, Rick, I don't know how to talk to this guy. You just fucking talk to this guy, Morty." And then the guy's just like, "Yo, what the fuck, man? It sounds like you're sucking a fucking cock. Go fuck yourself."
I would have been like that too.
And I'm just like, "Oh my God." And then he just hung up.
Hello? I can't. No. Oh, it's free face meme.
But yeah, I'd be down to. But yeah, on my second channel, I'd be down to possibly prank call Walmart. Ooh, wait, that's actually.
Get approved. I do have a British accent.
British accents are actually they're pretty easy to do and they're pretty fun to do. I love doing British accents.
You're adorable.
My accent is so pure and good. People love it.
You are beautiful Englishes.
I try. Oh fuck my foot.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just.
He dies on live stream.
10 photos taken moments before disaster.
I can't do it. I can't jump. Okay, well, we're going to put that there then. I
should get 2 phones and call Walmart and Target at the same time, then have them think they called each other.
Do it.
I don't have a second phone. I need to, though. I just need to steal my dad's phone or something.
Grab, why not just use like phone app? There's several free ones.
Oh, I have one that I use.
Yeah, just like download one to your computer.
Oh, I didn't know I could download to my computer.
Yeah, if you have Windows 10, download them.
I do have Windows 10. Fuck yeah, I'll do it.
Do it. I should not be encouraging this tomfuckery, but I am.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, we've been going at this for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I thank you, Dreamer, for coming on to the show. You can come on again.
Not a problem.
You can come on whenever you like, and we can talk about something else as well. So thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. If you like that button, be sure Detroit smash that like button. If you dislike it, you can dislike it. Dreamer will. If you dislike it, I heard Dreamer will show up in your house and bite your toes off. So, yeah, with her rabbits. So yeah, be sure to like this video. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, become a member of the Crypto Crew today. I'll put Dreamer's link in the description below. Be sure to check her out. She does good vids and everything. So be sure to support her as well. And with that being said, guys, I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week for Animal Ghosts. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching Cryptocast. I've been your host, Parker. I've been joined by Dreamer, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.